Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of How to Rip. In today's video, I'm going to discuss 4 ways that you can improve your small wave surfing. And with summer coming up, there's no better time to start learning these skills. Summertime waves. Often it can be small, fat, mushy, and extremely frustrating. So it's important that we have the right gear and we know how to approach these waves to make the most out of these sessions. By using these 4 tips today, you'll be able to improve and maximize your surfing in small summertime waves. And the other good thing is that these skills can transfer to better quality waves. When it comes to surfing small waves well, the biggest thing that will make or break your small wave performance is the kind of board that you've selected to surf. If you're surfing an inappropriate high performance board in small, weak, fat waves, you're going to have a really hard time having a good time out there and improving your surfing. So it's really important to choose the right board. Let's have a closer look at what sort of board goes really well in small waves. Here you can see some information about how tall I am, how much I weigh, and the board that I've chosen to ride in small waves. I've got a Firewire Seaside, it's a 5'2", you can see the other dimensions there. Boards like this are fantastic. You can see that they're much shorter than your standard shortboard. This is a 5'2", my shortboard would usually be about a 5'10", 5'11". These boards are shorter, they're wider, they're flatter, they're thicker, and they're more forgiving in smaller waves. This means that you can generate speed with ease and that you can perform maneuvers on flat sections while maintaining that speed. The other benefit to these boards is that they paddle really well. As you can see here, this wave was pretty much non-existent, but the small board still managed to get me onto it. And often surfers get put off by riding these smaller boards. But if you choose a board with the same volume or slightly higher than you usually would ride, you'll find that you'll have no problems. Boards like this offer a unique experience for surfers. They give you incredible drive. They give you that opportunity to hold the speed over the flat sections. And in addition to that, you can also perform more advanced turns while still having the ability to perform normal carves and re-entries. Now that we've got your equipment sorted and you've got the right board, it's time to talk about speed generation. Now, generating speed and maintaining that speed for a duration of a wave is crucial, and no more is it crucial in small waves. That's because small, fat, weak waves will make you pay if you stuff up. Let's have a closer look at how to generate speed and how to maintain that speed. So the principles for generating speed, whether it's on your forehand or your backhand, are essentially the same. Let's have a look at this example. Here you can see that I'm in a slightly compressed state. I then extend my body as the weight transitions onto my toes and throw my arms. I then repeat the process in the compressed state. I then extend and throw my arms as I go up higher on the wave. So it's a blend of going from high to low and repeating that process. This will help you generate speed, and once you've got that speed, you can then surf a wave however you see fit. And we're going to have a closer look at how to maintain this speed by breaking down a few key principles. Okay, so the third way that we can improve our small wave surfing is to know what sort of maneuver to perform and what sort of section we should perform it in. We're going to have a look at a range of maneuvers and a range of different sections so that you can get an idea of what turns you should perform when you're presented with different sorts of sections. In this particular example here, you see me performing a floater. These sorts of maneuvers are fantastic for getting around sections. It's a much better way to maintain and generate speed to go over a section rather than going around it. Here you can see a section that's really fat, and the key thing to do when a wave is fat, so there's no section presenting itself, is to cut back to the foam to the power source. There's a whole bunch of reasons to do this, but now I'm just going to focus on one and we'll break down the rest soon. But one key benefit is that when you cut back to the foam and you rebound effectively, you get slingshotted from the foam and you get a big acceleration of speed, which then slingshots you into the next maneuver. If we look at these two examples, we can see how on this section, I cut the turn short. As you can see here, my nose was pointing towards the beach. Now the reason for that, compared to this turn where I wrapped all the way back around so the nose was pointing back to the foam, was because the previous wave was running down the line, it was much quicker. But this wave, I cut back. By doing that, it set me up for this section here where I just performed a small hit. By doing that, you can see I'm still with the power source. It's now set me up for this section where I was able to perform little re-entry. I didn't have much speed though, so the turn wasn't very critical. In this example here, you can see me performing a similar maneuver. It's a much more critical section, it's a bigger wave, and I had more speed. This meant that I could use that speed to throw the tail above the lip and make that turn more critical. Maneuvers like this are generally good finishing maneuvers on a wave. However, once you start to improve, you can start trying to perform these maneuvers at the start of a wave, and then you can try and blend them with a combination of other maneuvers. And the fourth way that we can improve our surfing in small waves is to tie all of those points together with one critical skill, which is surfing close to the power source, staying close to the pocket. So let's have a look at what the pocket is and how you should stay close to it. So in this example, I know that the wave isn't going to run down the line, and so I'm going to stay close to the pocket to maximize my turning potential and stay in the critical section. So you can see that in that bottom turn, I spotted the pocket, which you can see is closest to the whitewater section of the wave. Again, I'm bottom turning and I'm looking into the pocket of the wave. I'm trying to stay as close as possible. Here though, you can see that this wave was starting to fatten out. So the pocket here wasn't as steep and critical as the previous section. And then thirdly, as I'm going for this turn, you can see I've spotted the section again and I'm bottom turning to stay close in the pocket, but once again the wave's fattened out even more so. So I've had to draw this turn out to stay close to the power source without falling off the back of the wave. In this example here, a similar sort of thing happens. I know the wave's going to be fat, so I want to stay close to the pocket of the wave, close to the power source. You can see I perform a little turn here, little snap in the pocket, and by doing that, keeps me close to the power source, which then allows me to bottom turn straight into the next section. It sets me up perfectly for this turn here. Once again, we see the same thing happen. By staying close to the power source and close to the pocket, I'm able to perform a more critical turn because the section that's closest to the pocket, generally they're more critical. It then allows me to perform this maneuver as I came out of that next one because I was close to the power source. Had I not stayed close to the pocket, I would have missed both of those sections. So remember, surf close to the pocket because you're going to be presented with better sections and you're going to be able to maintain your speed more effectively. Guys, thanks for watching the video today. I hope that the 4 things that we spoke about make a big difference for your small wave surfing. I hope that it's not too long before you can get back in the water, and remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below to let us know what other videos you'd like to see. Stay safe guys, catch you in the water. Do you guys love to surf? Well, so do I. Now you can check out my latest range of clothing called I Love Surf. And for a limited time only, with every purchase of I Love Surf clothing, you'll get a limited edition free How to Rip DVD. Go to ilovesurf.co and you can find a range of clothing to suit your needs.